be mindful with the people that you surround yourself with or who you hang around with. And you probably hear this a lot. You probably have heard this whenever you do hang around people and you come to a realization that, some people can give you bad influence. Some people can make you be distracted, not focus on the things that you want to do in life, right? But there's a much more deeper state on that. There's a much more deeper concept of that, right? Do you have to realize that all of us, we have all electromagnetic fields around us. That is why we can feel such aura. That's why we can feel people's energy. That is why we can see people's energy, right? And what I'm trying to say is that you have to be aware. You have to be noticed. You have to be cautious of typical communities, typical societies that you put yourself in every day, or just unconsciously just be around with without you knowing that whoever you hang around with, your vibration might get lower or your vibration might get higher, right? So let's say, for example, you're talking to this person, right? You don't know this person at all, but all of a sudden this person is low vibrational, low frequency. You can tell he's not happy, he's not grateful, he's not in any excitement type of emotion, right? He's not at the best state of mind. But you are classified as just, you were just happy, just excited for the day. You're just having a joy, feeling of just being in gratitude, right? And then you're talking to this person, right? Yeah, I've been talking for a while now, and then you're starting to just feed off from this energy that you're starting to realize on yourself that it's just depleting on you, right? Now your joyness is just turning into worried, into now anxiety, turning into just overthinking or so, because now whenever, whatever you are doing with this person, everything connects. Everything just feeds off from what you are into now and transfer from what the person is, right? So what I'm trying to say is that whatever that low frequency vibration person felt is what you're going to feel whenever, you start putting your energy into someone, right? So now, instead of him being low vibrational, you're going to be low vibrational, and that's when the perspective changes, right? That's when your perspective now looks into him as now him being high vibrational, because he's feeding off from the energy that you're giving him. So it's a transfer of energy, right? So what I'm trying to say is that everything is from energy. Energy flows like positive and negative, right? A negative and negative turns into a positive. A positive turns into a negative, right? So what I'm trying to say is that people feed off from your energy. That is why there's such thing as, there's such thing as stress, there's such thing as fear, there's such thing as nervousness. Whenever you hang around a group of people who are just cautious, who are just nervous all the time, you're going to feel the same temperature, you're going to feel the same emotion, because you're hanging around the same thoughts, the same emotion that they have in your own mind and your own energy, right? So what I'm trying to say is that typically it doesn't mean that whoever you talk to, just don't talk to them, but in order for you to just evade and be distant from those situations, you have to be aware. You can tell from just sight, you can just tell from just looking at someone what type of energy they're giving off, right? And doesn't mean that you judge people out of sudden, but it's just the real thing, and you gotta have this purified energy around you. You gotta have this barrier that nobody can break your energy. And that is the reason why I'm making this video, because a lot of people, they're not aware of why their feelings or why their emotions get depleted whenever they're at the best state of mind, because they keep feeding themselves into low state of frequency vibrations around them every day, right? You want to be this happy person, you want to be this excited person, this joy, this passionate person, right? But when it comes into having those emotions, you're hanging out with people who are the opposite of those emotions, and that is why you receive on who you reflect yourself with, right? You have to keep in mind that this is real. This is real. If you're hanging out with a happy community, with a community of people that are never tolerate any low frequency states, your state is going to be the same as them, right? So why not start finding people who are the same alike? Why are you talking to people who are going to bring you back into that state of mind that you want to change? But it's also a decision for yourself, right? And this could come from anything. The sad thing about it is that this can come from your family. This can come from your best friends, your long-term friends, your own family members, your own mentor, your co-workers, whatever you want to call it, you know. And whenever it comes to situations, you have to be self-aware that you can try to make the situation better for them, but you can't control how they're gonna feel at the end of the day. Either you're gonna be drained by your own energy and give them the best energy, or you can just have distance, right, and be by yourself, learning how to take time for yourself, right, and the most important time. So, you know, people can steer your high vibrational emotions. Just know that is real. That is why you have to be aware of who you're talking to and be aware of the people that you hang around with. Because if you're not aware of that, unsubconsciously you're gonna be unaware of why these things are happening to you, why you feel a certain way. Because everything is a transfer of energy. Your reaction or your reflection of the environment that you have is a reflection of you. So realistically, if you want to become a happy person, have a happy environment. Don't tolerate bullshit. Don't tolerate having worriness. Don't tolerate being depressed. Don't tolerate your friends feeling vibrational, right? If deep inside you have people who are low vibrational, you don't make them feel better just because you're matching their energy, or either they're draining their energy from you into them, right? So spend time by yourself. Know yourself well. Know yourself that well enough, meaning that you don't let any energy, any bad energy get to you or break you, right? The same thing goes into your negative thoughts. Think as your negative thoughts as the low vibrational people. Would you give attention to those two concepts? Because if you do give them attention to those concepts, what do you think is going to happen to your own emotions and your own thoughts? They're going to start depleting, right? And you have to be self-aware of these things. You have to realize what's best for you and what's best for your health, right? So one of the things that I really recommend people to do when it comes to finding the best and high emotional state people is that you can either find those high spirited people, or you can build your own high spirited people. You gotta have standards. You gotta have morals on things that you don't want to tolerate, right? You don't want to tolerate this group of people. You don't want to tolerate this group of people because your standard is much more higher, right? You're doing something different. So, like I was mentioning, this is really important. At the end of the day, you have to watch. Before you talk, before you speak, you have to know what's best for you, and then what's the best situation, and what is the best people around your environment. Because if you don't realize that, nothing is going to change. But this is going to be changed by your own environment other than yourself, right? So yeah, it's been Fredo's Saga. Let's leave the invention expansion with some new game and let's input it into the real world. Let's get it.